Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's McCown. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Picked off to stop the threat. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Here's the handoff. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again, or are you going to force them to pass the football?
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Quarterback making checks. To the air. It's Gideon. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the right. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Makes the catch. It's Burr. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
This time they'll go to the running game. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. It's caught. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The RPO fired complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Motion from the back. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Gideon. Buys a little time. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll leave it with him. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Takes it from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone, and the field starts to shrink. They really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still one.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Scanning the field, it's Gideon. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Burr. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bell.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not...
Turning it on! Knocked out at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown time. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
It's complete on the right side. He's not going to get there as the defense comes up with the stop on the two-point conversion attempt, and it remains a 5-point game. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Hendricks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. He's got him.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Got him downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's McCown. Open space at the 25. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Sends it back in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he tacks on the extra point. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to throw. It's Gideon. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know, if you just put it anywhere near this guy with his long arms, he's going to pluck the football. You did it right there.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Here comes the 2-point try. Looking for a man. It's Gideon. Skips away from pressure. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hendricks. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Hendricks. At the 45 on his way. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Wants to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defense...
He smashes his way through again. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Grab near the marker. It's Parkinson. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
That makes the catch.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Wants to adjust the pattern. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Time to settle for the field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ruston for some time. They're up by 17 over Washington. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Bama! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Coming out with it, it's Hendricks. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's McCown. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
Not a lot the defense could do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Wants to throw it. Makes the catch. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. And the Nittany Lions come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Looking to throw for it. He's got it on the run.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air on second down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Hendricks. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. To the air, it's Gideon. Steps away to find some room. Firing to the right, complete. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Blasted as he lets it go. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Forced out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
He'll take another shot here. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Power football with the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Nose tackles and those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush ability. Gets to the quarterback. How about the sack from the big nose tackle?
Back to throw, it's Gideon. Unloads to the right. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He'll field the punt and look for room. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Gideon. Looking to take a shot. Pulls it in on the right. Breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He found some more.
We have a long-awaited showdown here. A matchup of two elite quarterbacks. Might not see a better QB duel all season long. Both guys hoping to use this big stage to display their supremacy. Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the Swamp, the home of the Florida Gators. As we'll see the number 16 team of the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. Fields it just outside the goal line. He stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Gets into space at the 50. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
How about that? That's the way to start a game. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
An explosive play flips the field and suddenly puts this offense into scoring position in enemy territory. They're going to run it. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. So an early season test for both teams, a top 25 matchup. Both trying to get off to a quick start here, Kirk, and set the tone for the rest of this one.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year. You're either going to come out fast or fall flat, and one of these teams will experience the latter. This game is crucial to kickstarting your team in the right direction for the season. These kind of games create that type of momentum that they can carry with them on a week-to-week basis.
Looks to the left, pass caught. Touchdown, Gators. Great connection there for 6 points.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, he pays for this one. Heads-up play to use his feet to get the first down, but man, did he get blasted at the end of that one.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. He's brought down out at the 46.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry.
Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. The quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball. And eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and affect him.
And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Not able to connect, incomplete.
A 3rd down and short, they decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at 4th and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a 4th down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that 1st down.
They mix it up with a run. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle. Kirk showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. On the move now. Looking deep down the left side. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but little early nerves on the part of that receiver. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. He's talking, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Oh, I love how the quarterback takes his time on that ride to the back. I thought he might have to pull it out, but he hung on, gave it to the back, and it paid off for a nice gain.
Moves out of the pocket. On the move, looking deep down the right side.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously, but I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string. He just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He'll throw it now. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down.
We're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The Gators will bring their punt team on the field now. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Balkasoon. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That completion makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Good job here, the quarterback. His primary receiver did not look open. Instead of forcing the ball, he finds the running back as a check down and picks up a first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He escapes the pocket. He'll try a pass here. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Ball handed off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's an out route. The catch made. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
The important third down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking downfield. Pass is going to be incomplete. He was really lucky to avoid the pick there.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
Trying for a fourth down completion. Looking to scramble. Tries the right with a quick throw. The pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Could take it all the way. He steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
The pocket breaking down. Well, they trap him for a sack. And Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And he's brought down there. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Barber. Touchdown, Florida. Strong game by this quarterback. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiving score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner looking to create better field position. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They had it going on the last last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. On the move now. Now takes a hit, but lets it fly. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Second down after that run on the previous play. QB decides to keep it here. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking for the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Pass caught. Can he get in? They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the running play gets stopped. They're going to mark him right at the 1. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. On 2nd and goal, they hand it to him again. They test the middle there, but get nothing. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. It's a good battle down near the goal line. 3rd down and goal from the 1. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bama.
Great job here by the play caller going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Moves out of the pocket. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the clear. Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gators. So the offense clicking now for building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Off target with the throw, incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He lets it go on the move. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? He escapes the pocket. On the run here. Lets it go. And the pass is incomplete. That's 3 in a row. His passing game out of sync. Punting ready to boot it away. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. He'll field it close to midfield. Can he make it? And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. The Gators offense retakes the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly.
Well, Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Look by the receiver. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
Offense moving into a bunch formation. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. It's a deep shot to the right. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47. Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here trying to cut into this lead before halftime. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Looking to chuck it again. On the move now. On the run here. Lets it go. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first. Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it, but give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Moves out of the pocket. On the move, looking deep down the right side. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their 2nd interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. With the catch, it's Jackson. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Oh, they spot a holding call. That'll back him up 10 yards, and they'll try it again. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He escapes the pocket. He's going to take off here.
Well, this defense is so caught up in defending this pass game. I think here they just completely forgot about this guy's ability to run the football. Good, solid gain, and he gets out of bounds.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looks right, lets it fly. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46. And one big play has moved the ball across midfield. 1st and 10 in enemy territory. Here's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. Tackle made at the 36. It'll be 1st down. This offense in good position here.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson.
Well, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gators.
Chris, we're only a few ticks from halftime, and doesn't it feel like this thing's already over? Just a first half beat down to be remembered. This is going to be a fun locker room at halftime.
The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the 1st half clock. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Grabbed by the receiver. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Catch made on the left side. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, this first half has been a disaster for this offense, but this touchdown is big. Hopefully it can build some momentum for them when they come back out for the second half.
PAT is good. They cut into the lead. It's 35-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's running out of time here. There's contact on the throw.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him. I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for a man deep down the left side. The catch is made, and he... Get the foot down to rule it a catch, a big gainer.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone or they have to settle for 3?
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Gators will kick this away to get the second half going. And the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Has the first down and more. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Here's the second down play. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Deep shot toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, it makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Florida offense retakes the field. First down. Looking to throw the football. On the move now. Looking for a receiver deep middle. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Lets it fly to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up 4th down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Running out of time in the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete. He tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
Man, when a quarterback starts moving around like that, you move into what some defensive coordinators would call a second play because it becomes almost like backyard football at that point. That was a good job by the defense playing discipline and forcing the incompletion.
Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. He's hit just before the throw. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Catch made on the left side. Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. First down now from the 30.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Moves out of the pocket. Gets rid of it on the move. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he'll be brought down.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he was trying to throw it to.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw again. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Look out, he's in the clear. Across midfield. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. He's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Florida.
Wow, this is a risky throw here, so close to the goal line. This defender makes this interception because sometimes you see a guy hesitate. He might think about taking a knee. This guy didn't. It gave him momentum and the speed that he needed to be able to get to the end zone.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Quick throw, testing the middle. Makes the catch downfield. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing. They're sitting back in zone. They're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried.
And they heave it deep downfield. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play.
Well, they come out of that nickel package, and the move pays off. Gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
Offense comes out to start this drive. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. And that'll pick up a first down out of the 37.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down after that previous play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this sack.
Chris, I really felt the quarterback came off the fake a little bit too quick. The defense didn't bite at all on the play action. They saw the quarterback had the ball, attacked, and got the sack.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. So here's the first play of the drive now that began at the 41. First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Here's a throw underneath to the back. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, what a grab! Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
This guy's been such a big factor in this game. Already a couple touchdowns. Now they need the first down. They dial him up again, and he delivers.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to scramble. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, he's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. bringing pressure. A little bit too much air on that throw by the junior quarterback.
Well, there aren't very many things that can get to a quarterback of this magnitude. But I think it's safe to say that good pressure by the defense can get to any quarterback.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Fires it on the move. He's got it with room to run. The reception, that's about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here. The offense still on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass ball is incomplete. They could not hook up on the final play of the third quarter. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
Now it's second down here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. On the move now. He's going to take off. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time before he can get out, they keep him to a short gain.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. They bring him down just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down.
Offense facing fourth down.
The Gators will come to the line looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. He keeps it on a design run. Now here he goes. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on fourth and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. It's a draw. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
What a job by this defense. Completely sniffed out the draw play here. I think they saw it from the time the huddle broke. Absolutely stuffed that play for no gain.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Moves out of the pocket. And he steps out of bounds. No gain on the play.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
And the Gators will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, are you kidding me? That's how you flip the field in your favor. That's for the brand. What an absolute bomb, and they pinned him inside the 5-yard line.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it second and medium. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime, get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play, force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
Lets it go quickly. Pass is caught on a comeback route.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Deep throw across his body to the left. And it's hauled in. What a catch. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
Now, the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend-but-don't-break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
Oh, and he dropped it. Very uncharacteristic play by this wide receiver. 2nd down. Following the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 39. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looking to scramble. And this pass is caught, and he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his 2nd catch of this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good as anybody in the country. Big-time play.
Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, tied.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he doesn't make it. The defense holds him there. Still a 3-score game. The lead at 18.
Alabama, 27.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and he'll start at the 25. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass rush closing in. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty marker. Important 2nd down play coming up. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Throws it deep downfield to the left. And the ball is picked off. Breaks into the open. And that's a solid return after the interception.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock instead. Throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. On the move now. It's a quick shovel pass. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down, he's throwing for it. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch, can he get in? Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now 1st and goal. The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. And the quarterback dropping back. Pressure is coming. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly. You got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
Nothing on that play makes it 2nd down and goal from the 2. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama.
You talk about being in a zone. This guy continues to make big plays. That's another touchdown pass for the quarterback.
There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Makes the catch for the 2-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the defense will stop the clock with a timeout here. 25 seconds remaining. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. That's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players